This is Irontrader, and this is midday trading. So we're going to take a look here at crude oil here and at natural gas. But first, we're going to take a look here at Microsoft. Okay, MSFT. This video is for information purpose only. Not a recommendation to buy, selling stock market ETF. Please like, subscribe. Thanks for watching. All right, here we have Microsoft, your daily and your weekly chart. Now, this is a really good one here. It's a good AI play. Now, what I like about this chart is, see, we have a low, we have a higher low, and now we have a higher low. Now, the key is it needs to hold this 200-day simple moving average here at 416.39. You can see if it's going between there and this 50-day, okay? So if this 200-day here is lost at 416.39, then what we do here is we just go right here to the top of these candles here, okay? So what do you got there? You got 413.11 going on. We have a 411.24. Then what we're going to do we have here is we have 410.65, and then we can just start following these candles here right on down. 409.58. We have 407.70, and then we come down all the way down to your big retest here at 400. So this 200-day is very, very crucial on a closing basis, okay? Now, on a weekly chart here, you always want to watch these key levels here. This is that 408.58, so that'd be just above that and be right in this area right here, okay? So this is what you want to watch here on a closing basis for a week, okay? So when you look at a weekly chart, that's the key. Now you can see how many times, yeah, it came down, but it closed above there for the week, closed above for the week, closed above for the week, and I'm expecting it to close above here for this week here at that 408.57 level. Now, when we look at the upside, what you want to watch is that 50-day sitting at 418.55, and then we can look at today's high. Okay, so we look at today's high, and then look at it 419.55, and then we can come up to yesterday's high, 422.82, and then we start running into a lot of resistance here at 424.84, and then we come up here to your 8-day at 425.77, and then we have your 100 SMA here. What are we sitting at? Let's see here. Oh, yeah, 428.67, okay? So a lot of resistance here, the 21-day, the 8-day, and that 100-day. But again, if we can blast above that, then we can just follow these candles. You got really nice thing, resistance levels up here, 430, a level here. You got, 432, and then we come all the way up here, 435, and you work your way all the way up to that 441.85. The key is you have to get above all those simple moving average, but you got to start with that 50-day first. Downside, this is very, very key. Okay, that 416.39, very, very key here on a closing basis there on a daily. And this here 50-day, very, very key on a closing basis there for the weekly. Okay, because that's what we want to hold on a weekly share, and then we can just rally right on up here. So on the upside, if it starts rallying, watch that 420.68. That's going to be very, very key. That'll be just below this 21-day simple moving average, and then the 21-day here, 428.20 is here just between the 21-day and the 100-day here on your daily chart here. So, okay, always put these side by side. This gives you what you want to do here for the week. This gets here what you want to do on a daily basis, okay? But again, watch that 200-day, very, very key. Watch that 50-day on the upside. You crack that 50-day, then you got a good shot at hitting that 21-day first, and then possibly the 8-day and the 100-day. But it's going to be a matter of time here. Microsoft with the AI play, very, very good company. Okay, let's take a look here now at crude oil. Okay, here we have crude oil. We have a daily, a weekly, and you always want to use a monthly chart here just to get a little bit bigger picture kind of a situation. We'll start off with the daily here first. You can see how it's rallying up here. The key, as I pointed out, is this 50-day simple moving average, and today we got as high as 73.95 level, okay? So realistically, you are right in that resistance zone. Let me see if I can clear down a little bit, see where you went up. You're right into this, right here into all of this thicket, okay? So again, if we can get above this 73.95, then what you want to do is just want to look at the top of that candle there. You're looking at 74.41 level, okay? Then we just work the candles up here, okay? You got 75.07. Then what we have is you got 75.95, and then what you're looking for here is that 76.22. That is going to be very, very key. That's your 100 SMA, and then we have your 77.29. Now remember, this is only running. This is the war premium that is in this in the situation. Now crude just exploded higher once they now the U.S. is involved. They're talking about Israel. Israel might want to bomb Iran's oil facilities. that would be a complete disaster. It would send crude much, much higher, gasoline prices. So everybody's trying to calm this down here to maybe just, like not do that, okay? Now, on the downside, what we have here is you got to watch this 50-day. That's going to be key on a closing basis. That's 72.93. Then we can do is we can watch yesterday's high, 72.49, and watch the previous day's high, 71.94. And then we can watch today's low, looking at 70.52. And the key level here is going to be this 8-day, that's 70.09, and that 21-day at 69.67. Now you can see how nice this is curling up here. But again, this is not really on a supply demand issue. This is on a war issue here. Okay, so trade it, trade it, trade it. Okay, so now we have here on the weekly chart. You can see here how we have a really nice, totally engulfing the previous week's candle here. Okay, so this is the key 71.83 here on the weekly is what it needs to hold on the weekly. Other than that, we're going to fall right back here below it, and then she could go lower here. But again, if you can charge right on up here, well, we're sitting at the same thing here. You're sitting at that 76.04. Everything's going to be tied right into this area because look at all the simple moving average here are all the same kind of a situation. But again, this is going to be your big targets. The key is you got to hold that 50-day on the closing. Okay, on a monthly chart here now, let me just bigger up a little bit here. Okay, monthly here, we had so far a nice higher high than we had from last week, and we're sitting right around that where that 200 SMA is. Let me see if I can get that in there for you. Let me see here. Okay, if we can get that 200 SMA here, okay, you're sitting at that 72.93 level here. So you're sitting right there. Now, again, if we can bust above that, then we have a lot of good resistance here. You got that 76.31 level. Then we have this 8-day at that 77.14. So realistically, all these charts are setting up the same way here as far as your simple moving averages, okay? But the key is this is that war situation, okay? So you got to be very, very careful. Somehow they can get this, calmed down a little bit. Crude will come off pretty hard here, okay? Now, OPEC was saying they're leaving everything unchanged, but on December 1st, they're thinking about adding crude to the market, so we got to see. But the market right now is very, very well supplied. You can tell by what's going on with China. Okay, they're putting like a stimulus thing in there, which means they're not just using the crude like what we are worldwide. Okay, RSI here looking good, plenty of room to run, plenty of room to run here on your MACD. That's looking very bullish. And now look at the MACD is starting to curl up here. This is all very, very good here. Okay, so basically just watch this 50-day on the downside. If that's lost here, you can come all the way down here to your 21-day, your 8-day, very, very easy. On the upside, if it rallies, you're really looking for that 76.22 level, 77.29 level here, okay? But again, war premium, take that into consideration. Okay, let's take a look here now at natural gas. Okay, natural gas. Now, the EIA report came out there today, and what did they have? Let me just see here. Oh, yeah, okay, so they had a build of 55 billion cubic feet, okay? They're expecting a build of 57. Now, last week, they had a build of 47 billion cubic feet. So you're kind of going up here a little bit, okay? But, again, you just have to, like, I'm trading UNG. I'm long, okay? I added to my position here. I got 7,500 shares long, and I'm trading 5,000 shares, okay? So that's what we're doing. But right now, today, we have that inside day, which is basically your high and your low is the inside of the high and low of previous day. So what we're looking for here on the upside is that 3 flat level, okay? That's what we're looking for. If that can be made, that's basically right there. If we can get above that, then we got 309, 313, and then 315, 3.15 level there. That is going to be your upside targets. Now, on downside, obviously you want to watch today's low. That's at 2.9. Yesterday's low, 2.87. And then we're going to come right here to this 8-day at 2.825. That's going to be very, very crucial. Again, if that's lost, we're going to come right to this gap, okay? 2.72. And then right here on top of here is the fill, 2.658. But right now, this is a very, very bullish chart. You can see your RSI. You're over to 70, which is, it's nosebleed. Also, RSI also tells you that you've got a very, very strong commodity stock, etc. Okay, your green over your red, that's what you want. Once that gets, that's a bullish, that shows momentum there to the upside. Just like when it goes to the downside, it shows momentum to the downside. So always watch that. See what you get when it crosses over, when it crosses up. This is what you get. Okay, so we got to see how this all shakes out here, and any kind of a disruption, any kind of anything that's happening. But right now we have plenty of natural gas here. You had a pretty good size build there with 55 billion cubic feet. So what you want to do today is you really want to trade against yesterday's candle, okay? So that's at basically 3 flat on the high and 287 on the low, okay? So just trade that range until she breaks. If she breaks, well, then we know your next level is 309, 313, 315. If it breaks lower than that, your big target is going to be right here at that 2.82 level, okay? Very, very simple. Okay, so right now we just have some sideways action. It's seeing where it wants to go, but sideways is really nothing. See this? See this? We did this sideways for a long time. You had a lot of sideways action, and eventually I think she's going to break out because you have the seasonality in play here. Okay, that's what I got for you. Now I'll be back here after the OPIC close, and we'll take a look here at crude oil, then natural gas. All right, trade what's in front of you, not what you want.